provide hundreds of thousands of meals to our hungry neighbors.
Thank you, Tennessee Valley!
Here we are getting prepared to write 2025. We want to keep the 4 in the equation still this morning. Ed Jones, Cady Kuhlman are here with Nutrition World, and you've got 4 tips for a healthy 2025. Is that right? And I love that Cady says we're going to talk about the New Year's intentions, not resolutions.
Right. So for 45 years of me watching people and managing my own health and nutrition world, the statistics are very clear. 95% of all people who make a resolution in January 1st has done away with it, disposed of it by the end of January. So I never like talking about that because one is resolutions come from the mind, and I want something to come from the heart. And when you have intentions come more from the heart. And that means that you don't have a finish line. You don't have a place of I've got to either succeed or fail. It's more like a compass. Like I fly airplanes and I use that compass to stay somewhat on target. That's what I want people to do. So the first tip is to not have a resolution, the uselessness of that. Second tip is I think, and I know after 45 years of really being super involved in my profession, there's one single habit that will devastate every component of our health, our life, and our body, and that is chronic insomnia. And the pharmaceutical options for that are very risky and very toxic in long term because it rewires the brain to have a drug. And I use a ring called an Aura ring, O-U-R-A. You can buy them at Best Buys, you can buy it online. What this does is show the amount of REM and deep sleep. When you do sleeping pills pharmaceutically, the REM and deep is not healthy. It doesn't recuperate the body, even though you're unconscious. So what I'm going to do is, my number 2 tip is to do that QR code off your phone for a booklet that I wrote because I'm a chronic insomniac, I have a plan of action to help people to get a rhythm of sleep back. We've lost our rhythm of sleep is one of the problems. These are non-toxic green pharmacy options that there's not an exact science. Everybody may have to do different things, but my ebook will tell you. And if you can't do the QR, you just Google Nutrition World Sleep ebook, it will pop right up.
Okay. That's your 2.
That's my 2.
Does Cady have her 2?
I do.
Okay.
I have 2. So these are 2 that are very personal to me, but I've helped hundreds of clients with these 2 tips. So the first one I'm going to start with is enough protein in your diet. Now, I want to debunk a myth, first of all. Most women do not eat enough protein, and they come in thinking protein's going to make me gain weight. It will not. You're not going to be a big muscle woman. You're not going to be gaining weight because of protein. What protein does is absolutely essential for the body. So protein contains these things called branched chain amino acids. Amino acids help to repair our tissues, repair our muscles, recover faster from things, gives our brain the fuel that it needs. It's literally vital to our life. If we did not have enough protein, we wouldn't be able to function.
Okay.
And so women don't think to eat a ton of meat. Now, I do eat meat. I'm a big fan of the carnivore style of eating more meat. But this is a wonderful way to start your breakfast in your morning time. So when we think of breakfast, women grab a bagel or cereal or toast. That's all carbohydrates, no protein there. So I'm a huge fan. First thing, my feet hit the floor, I go into the kitchen and I make this every single morning. 1 scoop with water is what I do. I like to be easy. It's creamy, it's delicious, and the one thing about whey protein is it's very easy to break down for your body. So this is an isolate form. Isolate breaks down very fast, and it's very bioavailable for your body.
Is there a rule of thumb of how much protein we need?
Yes, so Dr. Peter Attia that we were discussing on the way here, very well researched medical doctor says 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight.
So if you weigh 100 pounds, 100 grams.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And that's what I try to follow every day. That's going to be a little hard if you've been very protein deficient. So at least have that as a goal. Maybe set your goal as half a gram and then aim to the gram eventually.
Okay, remind me, I want to come back to something, but what's your tip number 4?
Tip number 4 is going to be electrolytes. So these electrolytes are minerals that actually help carry electrical charges within your body. So that sounds crazy, but within our systems, there are so much levels of communication going on between different systems of the body, different organs, cellular communication. And unfortunately, there's been some fear that was produced within our industry or within the FDA and the doctors over sodium. Now, some people may have big feelings on this, but there is enough research to say that we do need optimal levels of healthy sodium every single day. That does not mean going through McDonald's and getting their horrible French fries with the unnatural salt. But sea salt that contains all the good minerals is absolutely vital for our rhythm of our heart, for our nerves, for our brain repair and for energy levels. This has been life-changing for me. And the reason I like to speak about these two is because I want to give people more energy so then they can go and have a better new year.
So this is something that you take as a pill form, or what is this?
This is powder. So these are powders.
Okay.
They taste delicious. You mix them into water. I can't wait to drink them every day. If someone's sweating a lot, they can maybe do between 1 and 3 servings a day, depending on how much they're sweating. If you're not sweating a lot, 1 serving a day is probably optimal.
Okay. Would you take it at the same time as your protein shake?
You
or
could,
not?
but I wouldn't. The
Okay.
taste would be kind of odd. These are fruity, and these are more like creamy flavors. So I do that in the morning, and then that sometime in the mid-afternoon.
Now, I will say, my breakfast is adding those too, but
Okay.
that's just a
Okay,
personal
yeah.
thing.
Okay, so back to your point about don't say resolutions, say intentions. Somebody, I don't know who, told me something once, and I liked it. It could have been you, Ed, so I'll give you credit even if it wasn't you. But that rather than look at what you're going to not do, look at what you're going to add in. So like you mentioned the bagel, so if you instead you say, I'm gonna begin doing this.
I love that.
Then by the time you've done all the things that you know you wanna add in, there's no room really for the junk that you're wanting to get rid of.
That's
Yes,
great.
exactly. Yes, if you can fill your choices in your diet with all of the positive things, you truly don't have enough room, because I found that once I hit the 1 gram per pound body weight, at 67 years old, I have single-digit body fat. I never did that till I was 60, and because I never had enough protein. And once I did that, then I didn't have room for those carbs.
Right.
And I didn't crave the carbs.
And you didn't crave them.
And we
Exactly.
do have plant-based proteins for those who don't want whey, but these tend to agree with Katie and I more than they do the plant-based.
Okay, so they always come in, even on days when they say, oh, we just have a little bit to talk about. It's a lot of information, and they have a lot in the store. So these 4 things will work for everybody, they believe. But if you have something specifically that you're looking to address, go see them at Nutrition World. They have the whole wellness center behind them on Lee Highway, 892-4085, online, nutritionw.com. You can also go on that website to find that QR code. Is that right? For the book?
Or Google Nutrition World with Sleepy Book, those words.
A simple step can lead to unexpected consequences. Navigating the aftermath of a slip or fall isn't straightforward. If you've been injured on someone else's property, contact Watermark Keith. It's more to us.